Hello, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that participated in making this forum a success. And I'd like to thank also the people of Atlanta for their generosity and their warmth. We were at the Chamber of Commerce yesterday, and the beautiful ladies of Atlanta made us a beautiful lunch, and we had a great discussion there. I would also like to thank the volunteers. I'm very proud to see our students here, both the girls and the boys, so that makes us proud as Saudis to see our students participating as volunteers in this forum. As Dr. Abdulaziz said or mentioned, that we're going to change in the agenda. I think we have insights in the investment in the Saudi stock market, but we opted to change it to the rise of Saudi businesswomen, and that was for a number of reasons. Mainly because you're eating lunch, so we want something you can digest easily. And it's something that's very close to my heart. When I was asked to make this speech, I immediately started to research the subject. And I started to research about Saudi women empowerment, Saudi women in business, but then I had a change of heart. I could tell you now how many women had commercial registrations in Saudi Arabia. I could tell you how much funds are invested from Saudi women. I could tell you how much is invested in real estate by females in Saudi Arabia. But of course, you can get that with a click of a button. If you have a Google box, you can get that information. I wanted to go further than that. I wanted to tell you the story behind these brave Saudi women. I think we can all see some of the Saudi women here with us that are in the business community. But you have to understand a very important fact about these Saudi women. These Saudi women, we as Saudi women are usually seen from the outside as oppressed and timid. But I think it goes much more farther than that. We have to understand a very important fact about these Saudi women. These women were probably brought up by illiterate mothers. As Ambassador Smith said yesterday, proper schooling for women started in the early 60s. And even at that time, it was considered a disgrace for your daughter to enroll in the educational system. These women were probably brought up to think that they were second class in all aspects. She had no aspirations other than to take care of her family. Males in the past were the only breadwinners of the family. And with this financial control came total control over the family. But the females of today, we're seeing a different kind of female. The Saudi females of today are armed with proper education. And they're taking their financial destinies in their own hands. And in this respect, there emerged two types of Saudi women. The first type of Saudi woman that has taken her financial destiny in her own hands was the woman that entered the workforce. Now we see more and more Saudi women entering the workforce, and she's participating more and more. Thus, we have more and more double-income families. And with this disbursement of wealth between the male and the female, and double-income families coming or becoming more and more of a norm, the lessening of or the tightening of the male dominance or his control of the family has become less and less. Of course, when we look to the female participation in the workforce, it's still at 18%, which seems very low. But when we look at the other side of the coin, this has tripled in the last 15 years. It used to be 5.2%, and now it's at 18%. Of course, we have a long way to go. And unemployment between females is at 27%. But we think that the public and private sector has to open new opportunities for women. And also, I think we need the education system to arm these ladies with the proper education so they can easily enter this workforce. Then we have the second type of Saudi females who has taken her destiny, her financial destiny in her own hands. We have, which is the bulk of the funds of the females. These ladies are the ladies who have inherited their wealth. And with this inheritance from the father to the daughters are now, or they own a bulk of the female funds of Saudi Arabia. But the problem is, these ladies who have entered into the management of their family-owned companies, they do not have the managerial skills and decision-making skills that were maybe made available to their male siblings. So I think we need proper education for these females to enter in the management of these firms. We see the future in a very optimistic way. We have a new breed of Saudi females, and I think we see them in the volunteers that are here with us. These new breed of Saudi females are armed with the proper education that is needed. And as has been said over and over through this forum, I think the number of educated women in Saudi Arabia surpasses much more the number of educated males. And also, let's not forget that this new breed has been brought up in a less restricted society than their mothers. And I think with this, they will ask for further reform in the system. We are a nation that possesses years of embedded cultural and traditional restrictions, and they will not change overnight. And there is change coming, but this change has to be balanced with these traditions and cultures. We cannot change that. And we should not change it. We should not disturb the balance that is there. But change will come from the change of the mindset of the people. But most important, in my view, change will come from the Saudi women themselves. They will have to empower themselves. And this empowerment has to be grasped by the Saudi woman. It will not be given to us. We will have to ask for it. We will ask for reform. And I would like to conclude with a very important message that was said by Prince Faisal yesterday. He said, King Abdullah gave the women their destiny in their own hands. So I think this destiny will eventually be grasped, and we will take our position in the Saudi society. And thank you.